Hey friends, it's Sonia and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you some inspiration. We're going to focus on these gorgeous candle holders. You know, there was a time when I was over them and I was going to yard sale them and sell them, and I debated it and I kept them. I really love the candle holders. I bought them in the beginning because I love them. I love the chunkiness of them, but they didn't always look like this. And so I just want to show you and give you a reminder that you can look around your house and find stuff that you already have that you're over, you're just tired. I mean, these were red. You can see they look very different in the beginning. And that was at a time when my kitchen decor was a little different and involved, you know, sunflowers and red things and, you know, black primitive, distressed. It was a completely different look than what I do now. But I want to change these up into something good because they've got great bones. I got these at Pier 1 way back when. I mean, I think I've had them probably for a good, honestly, 8-9 years. The candle holders, always loved them. But like I said, you change, you know, and your taste changes, and it's nice to change things up anyhow. So you can shop your stash and you can give them a makeover. So today what I did was I used some modeling material and my glue. You can see right here. You saw me go ahead and create the molds. If you go on my website, there are tons of different molds, whether it's ferns, whether it's stars and moons, whatever floats your boat. You pick the molds that you love depending on the decor taste that you have. You can get some beautiful decorative scroll work. So if you're picking up stuff that's really pretty plain Jane and you just want to give it like a fancy sort of look, this is exactly how you would do it, whether it's furniture, whether it's candle holders, you know, lamp bases, whatever you want. You can, you know, whatever you can glue this on, you can change up. So I'm using my favorite glue. It's a rapid fuse glue and it bonds to, it says virtually anything. I have yet to find anything that it won't stick to, including your fingers, so don't get it on your fingers. But what I do is make my molds, let them, you know, pop them out, let them dry, and then also bear in mind too that you can glue them on before they're fully dry, like maybe after a couple hours that you've made them. That gives you a little bit of a flexible bend with them before they set completely up. So ideally, maybe you're gluing them on before they're completely dry. So that's what I'm doing right here. I like to do my layout for my design before I put the glue on, and that is because, like I say, this bonds really, really well. So get the general layout of what you want. Now what I'm going to go in and do is grab my Junk Monkey paint, the black velvet. I love for this effect that I'm doing, whether I do it on furniture, decor, or whatever, candle holders. I love going in and putting a dark background on first. Favorite colors for backgrounds for this technique would be definitely the black velvet, the candy bar brown, the midnight blue, the deeper, darker colors, because then when I do put my beautiful metallic waxes on the top of it, they just shimmer and shine and pop. Oh my goodness, absolutely just the way I envision it in my head. So definitely a tip. Plus, you know, the nice thing about using the Junk Monkey, it sticks to pretty much anything under the sun. So these candle holders, they're ceramic of some sort, but it doesn't really matter to me because I put in my Junk Monkey, everything unifies, even the white modeling material, everything now blends together. I have one complete, nice, beautiful background to work on. Another little tip to throw out to you as well is I'm brushing this on. You see how my brush strokes are going back and forth? A tip to build up some texture when you're painting is to just basically put your brush strokes in all different directions, because it will build up texture. And then when you do rub over those beautiful metallic waxes, it just picks it up so nice. And it really shows, like I said, all those brush marks, AKA texture, beautiful, and your piece just takes on this really, you know, just really rich, heavy, you know, just really cool look. You'll see what I mean in a second. The trick here is to see if you can paint this piece without touching it and getting it all over your hands. And I'm okay with letting a little of the red showing through. sometimes I think that's cool to let a little of the existing background color come through. And because I do have a colorful home, a little bit of red on the corners, it's gonna look just fine. Hey, look behind me. I have got orange furniture in my dining room. So a little bit of some red edges will just fit in just perfectly. But do you see the top of that right there where I'm talking about building up texture? If you can see it in just a minute, you'll see how my brush strokes are kind of going back and forth different ways. So when I do rub my wax over, oh boy, she's gonna look fine. All right, so our stuff is dry. I'm going live here in this video. This is the part that I did on live. So you're seeing little bits of live, little bits of stuff that I did behind the scenes here in this video. I'm taking a sand block right now, and you can see exactly where I did it, around the edges, around the rim. You can go lightly over your molds as well, but just be careful. You don't want to break them or be too rough on them. And now once everything is sanded the way I like it, I am picking up some beautiful metallic waxes. I just stocked my website, guys. If you love the looks that I'm doing, oh my gosh, go check out my storefront because I keep adding all these beautiful waxes. And I don't know which one is my favorite. Okay, let's be honest. Aged brass is definitely my favorite. That is the one I'm using right here. Let's be completely honest. But I keep trying and experimenting with other colors, and I just fall in love with them. You guys saw me here on my channel just do a book cover for my journal, and I used all sorts of different colors. Go definitely back and watch that one if you want some inspiration. Okay, watch me do the top right here. This is where I'm telling you guys that when you create texture with your brush strokes, it can be in your favor, because it creates this really cool, look at it right there. That's what I wanted you to see. Definitely a super cool look. By going with the black velvet on the bottom and then this aged brass on the top, it just gives it this really old antiqued look. So here I am again doing the second one. So you know the drill. We put down the black, we glue on the molds, we make the molds, we glue on the molds, and then we put down our coverage of our black velvet, and then we play with our fingers and we go all over, because it's fun to get into your work with your fingers. And yes, by the way, I should also add that this dries permanently. So when you're working with it, you can clean it up with soap and water. I like to keep some disinfectant wipes around. I find they work really well if I need to clean anything off. But once it sets up and dries, which usually is about 24 hours, it dries permanently, which means I don't even need to put a sealer over this. If I really wanted to do a sealer, I would grab my Junk Monkey banana peel poly, whether in the matte or the glossy, and put over it, but really, you don't even need it. Ta-da! I'm so glad I didn't sell them or give them away. Love them, and I hope it inspires you too.